boys and girls, I'm glad you came. We'll have fun as I explain how we play our wonder games. I'll be right out. Thank you, turnaround house. Ah, that's just the nicest kind of a house to have. Just the nicest kind of a house to have. That's the name of the house, Turnaround House. And my name is, and your name is. Come on, let's say them together. Let's stand way high, says Music Man. I first, please. I'll say my name, Wunda Wunda. You say yours too. Then let's both clap and say, how do you do? I jump high-dee-high, I jump ho-dee-ho. I'm jumping for joy, 'cause I like you so. I'm jumping for joy, 'cause I like you so. And we all like Michael Monkey, too, who has the very best hands. Yes, he has, not only good hands, but clean hands. Do you know what he's been out doing? Well, you know, it's a nice time to plant things. But any time of the year is a nice time to plant something. And so Michael's been out planting. Well, he didn't tell us what, but he said we'd all be very surprised when what he planted came up. And then when he'd been out planting things in the dirt and his hands were all dirty, did he come back inside and read books or play with toys with dirty hands? No, indeed. He went right in and he washed them so well. He said it was fun because he could do his rhyme about this little hand is a good little hand and this little hand is his brother. Do it with me, will you? This little hand is a good little hand. This little hand is his brother. They always keep clean and fit to be seen because each one washes the other. Good, Michael. I'm anxious to find out what you planted and what's going to come up. I wonder if Willie's going to come up today. I wonder. Let's see. Well, let's guess. Will he, won't he stand up today? Will he, won't he, what do you say? I think perhaps he's going to be stand-up Willie. And he is. But what? Oh, friendly flower? What are you trying? Oh, I see. A picture, that's why. That comes from Emily Wilson. Isn't that a beautiful one? I'd better hang that down there, I think, because it's such a fine, big one. Gonna stay, I hope. There. Stand up, Willie. That's nice. Stand up, Willie. Yes, Daphne. Oh, you do? A long list? A long list? Oh. All right. Let me see, please, may I? Thank you. Oh, it is a long list. Today, Daphne says we tell the story especially for Colleen Sullivan, for Stephen Shaw, who lives in Bellevue, and for Carl Welty. Oh, this is a special day for him. And for Mike Randall, who has a big sister, Nancy. For Brian, who lives in Seattle. For Kimmy Williams, who lives in Auburn. And for Harvey Mullins, who lives in Randall. Good. Oh, I see. And for all those having birthdays today. And for all those named Bradley. Well, then let's see what kind of a word Daphne's going to choose. What sounds? That's a t, as in to and tie. And we use the letter T for that sound. Oh, damn it. Then we have the sound G, as in go and guy and he. We have used the letter, I beg your pardon, that's, I do beg your pardon. Yes, Daphne, I know. It's isn't it? Yes, thank you. The sound is like up and under. Yes, I'm glad I have Daphne there. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's nice to have a friend correct you so nicely. There, now we have a G sound, huh? Yes, thank you. G as in go and guy and gee. And we use the letter G for that. And we have the word tug. To pull. To tug. To pull. Oh, we have a story about that, Daphne. To tug, to pull, yes. It's a tell-together story. It's one you know, too, and you can help me tell, will you? All right. It's a felt story, and it's about things growing, and it's about everybody working together, and the song goes like this. Pull, pull, pull with all your might. Pull, 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 it will come out right. This is the top of something, right there. All ready to say pull, pull, pull with me? Then, once upon a time, a farmer planted a beet. And it grew and grew and grew, the tops, that is, till finally he said, that is going to be a very big beet. Maybe even a huge beet, maybe even a giant beet. I had better pull that up. And so he pulled and he tugged, but he couldn't get it up. He wasn't strong enough. So he called his wife. And his wife said, of course, I'll come out and help you. Now she tugged on the farmer, and the farmer tugged on the beet, and they said together as they pulled, pull, 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 with all your might. Pull, 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 till it comes out right. But no matter how hard they pulled, it still didn't come out. So the farmer and his wife called for their daughter to come help them. Of course I will, said the daughter. And so now she pulled on her mother, who pulled on the farmer, and they all pulled and said together, say it with me, pull, 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 with all your might. Pull, 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 till it comes out right. But you know, still they couldn't pull it out. We'll have to get the dog, said the daughter. So they got the dog. Now the dog pulled on the daughter pulled on her mother, the mother pulled on the farmer, and all together they pulled and said, say it with me, pull, 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 with all your might. Pull, 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 till it comes out right. Still it wouldn't come out. We'll have to get Cat, said the dog. So they got Cat, who now pulled on dog, dog pulled on daughter, daughter pulled on mother, mother pulled on farmer, and they all pulled together and said, say it with me, pull, 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 with all your might. Pull, 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 till it comes out right. But still they couldn't get that beet out of the ground. Then daughter said, perhaps we'd better ask Mouse. Meow, said Cat. Ruff, said dog. Well, I don't see what Mouse could do, said her mother, if all the rest of us have pulled and we haven't been able to pull the beet out. Well, perhaps we should try anyway, said daughter. All right, said mother. All right, said farmer. Ruff, said the dog. Meow, said the cat. So Mouse came out to help. Mouse pulled on Cat, Cat pulled on dog, dog pulled on daughter, daughter pulled on mother, mother pulled on farmer, and they all said together, pull, 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 with all your might. Pull, 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 till it comes out right. And with that, out of the ground there came a giant sugar beet. And that's the story of the giant sugar beet and all the family who said, pull, 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 with all your might. Pull, 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 till it comes out right. We all worked together. They did it, didn't they? Let's do our game about garden and pretend to plant. What do we pretend to plant? Plant corn, pumpkins, peas, beans, radishes. Plant anything you want. I think I'll plant, petunias. Right, first, what do we have to do? Rake, yes. And then plant, and then wait for the rain and the sunshine. Let's rake first. I work in my garden, plant seeds in a row. The rain and the sunshine will help them to grow. Whenever the weather is too dry and hot, I water my plants with my watering pot. The roots pushing downward, the stems pushing up. My blossoms have opened rose pink buttercup. And the blue petunias and pink petunias. And of course, Henry's at Grandpa Bunny's farm. They're not thinking of planting things. They're thinking of how to get up into space, how to make things go. How about Grandpa Bunny and Henry? I wonder what they're doing. Let's go see.
Well, looks like ice. That's what it looks like. Well, how can you be sure now, Sonny? Well, looks like ice, and it feels like ice because it's very cold and hard. Oh, it's hard, is it? It's hard. I'll pick up one. See? It's hard. All right, then. Then we call it a solid. We do? Yes, we do. Why? Because, Henry, we're trying to figure out what kind of fuel to make our spaceship go. Now, we could have it solid like ice. Ice make it go, oh, honey. But there are kinds of fuel that are solid. Oh, all right. Now, if I take all the ice off of there, what do we have underneath there? What do we have? Looks like a bunch of water to me. That's right. Now help me, and let's pour that water into there. Now that's liquid, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Liquid's water. Anything kind of running. That's right. So we had solid and liquid. And now, wait till I put in my little magic thing. And, oh, here it is. And then you will see something else. You see, in our spaceship we could have solid fuel, yeah? And we could have liquid fuel. And we could have a gas. Really? That's a gas? That's right. See? Oh, yeah. Well, ice melted and got to be water, and now the water is steamy. Oh, we've got all those to choose from. That's right. Ah, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Do you remember the story we had about the man who mixed the seeds? Remember, he got all confused. Instead of putting them in the right envelopes, he got everything in the wrong envelope, so nobody knew what was going to come up when they planted. He thought that would be fun, too. So I took lots of envelopes, radish envelope and a parsley envelope and lots more, and I mixed them all together. And then I said, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, the one I'll plant today is you. And I picked out one, and I planted him. And he's come up, and this is the way he looks now. But I don't know what he's going to be. Maybe he's going to be parsley, maybe he's going to be a radish, maybe he's going to be a turnip or a beet or a petunia or a pumpkin. I just don't know. And I thought you might like to play the game of what's going to come up with me. So I mixed all the seeds together, and if you will write to me, I'll send you a seed. And you won't know what it is, but you plant it and water it very carefully. And when it comes up, and when you know what it is, then draw me a picture and write me a letter and tell me what you grew. And I'll tell you what I grew. Just don't know what he is. Won't that be fun? You write to me and I'll send you one of the seeds. It'll be magic. It'll come up and be so surprising. That's the fun about growing things. It's magic. One other thing that might happen, if you should grow a flower perhaps, a petunia, is that a bee would come along, bzzz, because he likes flowers and sweetness, and he'd go into the flower and get a little honey out and take it away and make honey from whatever you grow. Let's play bees. Let's put our bees together in a beehive like this. Here is the beehive. Where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Soon they come flying out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Want to do it once more? Put them all back in again. Back in, little bees. All right. Do it with me now. Here is the beehive. Where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Soon they come flying out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see some of our pictures and surprises. Be careful not to spill your seeds. Maybe that one will be yours. Who knows? Oh, this was drawn for us by Carl Welty, who lives in Bellevue. Funny old Clancy. And a house drawn for us by Kimmy Williams. And spiders in the springtime, drawn for us by Jimmy Champagne, who lives in Seattle. And this one was drawn for us by Teresa James, who lives in Tacoma. And this one by her sister Pat James. And then Deborah Ann Rawlings drew a picture of 2 bunnies going shopping with their hats on. And Deborah lives in Vancouver. And Teresa Jaffe drew a picture of Wanda about to water Willie and a pretty balloon tree. And this was drawn for us by Diane Burry. That's old Clancy, isn't it? And a picture of our old house before we did our magic spells, drawn for us by Lita Ham. All of Wonderland, says Lita. Oh, and a birthday cake made by Sheila Okamoto. Look at the candles. You can tell how old Sheila is by the number of candles. How old is she? 3, 6, 7. Oh, Clancy clock says nap time. Now it is nap time. Let's form in a line and all go off to dreamland and dream our dreams so fine. I will go to my window and wave just to you. And when you see me wave my hand, be sure that you wave too. Wunda is my name. Oh, boys and girls, I'm glad you came. We've had fun and played our games. Won't you come again? Sweet dreams. Wunda, Wunda is my name. Oh, boys and girls, I'm glad you came. We'll have fun as I explain how we play our Wunda games. I'll be right out. Thank you, turnaround house. Oh, what a nice day. Shall we ask Music Man to have us stand way high, or ask Music Man to have us go way down low? Wasn't he there just a second ago? Where do you suppose he's disappeared to? We know how to get him back, don't we? You call for him. He always comes when you call him. Now, where in the world is the Music Man? I can't find him anywhere. I've looked all over and up and down. He just doesn't seem to be there. Music Man? Music Man? You see him? You're right. There's Music Man and his great big drum so bright and happy and gay. There's Music Man and his... Come with us to play. There you are, we got you back. Way up in the sky, huh? Way high up where the rain clouds are and the snow clouds and things. Yes. Oh, didn't it get tied, Susabella? Oh, I'll be happy to get it all tied for you. Oh, well, the only thing is, though, when you ask someone to do something nice for you, what's the magic word you use? You know the magic word. Do you know the word that makes everyone want to do things for you and happy to do things for you? She's going to have to think. Perhaps we'd better all think. Have you thought yet? Have you thought? Let's sing our abracadabra song and see if that wakens up her mind. Abracadabra? That's not the word. Alakazam? That is absurd. We know that that word rhymes with sneeze. If you know it, tell me. That word is please. Yes, and I'll be happy to get it. There. Please. That's the word. Pretty shoes. No stockings, but pretty shoes. Willie? What are you going to be? Huh? Will he, won't he stand up today? Will he, won't he, what do you say? I think he's going to be stand-up, will he? Probably. Well, I don't know, just up to see the sun and things, huh? Don't you suppose? And friendly flower, too? No? What? Oh, wilting Willie. Because he has a picture drawn by Craig Martin, who lives in Seattle, of wilting Willie. A good reason, hmm? Hello, Daphne Duck. Yes, you have a list for me today? Good. Thank you. Today, says Daphne Duck, we tell this story specially for Peter Panaritis, who has a sister Denise, for Susan Google, for Laurie Walker, and for Mark Schuler, and all those having birthdays today. And all those who like stories. All right, Daphne, let's see if we can guess what kinds of letters, too, besides the sounds and the names of the letters. Already, now, no tricks, huh? First, we have the steamy, snaky sound. We make that with our teeth together, as in see and sigh and so. And we use the letter, what? S. And that's a capital S, a big S. Then we have the sound O, as in lee and lie and low. And we use the letter L for the O sound, and that's a capital L, a big L. Then we have the sound I. And today we use the letter Y for the sound I. And that's a capital Y, a big Y. Sly, sneaky, secret. Oh, let's see. Yes, I know a story about that. It's an Indian story. You know, there are many kinds of Indians who live in our country, living in many different kinds of places. Some of them live in teepees. We know what a teepee looks like, don't we? The Plains Indians lived in teepees like that, and the smoke came out through the top. And then some Indians in our country lived by the Great Lakes, and they lived in wigwams. They made a frame of sapling, and over the saplings they put elm bark. And see, they made a hole in the top for the smoke to come up through. You had to crawl or at least stoop down just a bit to get inside, but they really were quite warm. Now, the people who lived there ate wild rice that grew without their working on it a bit. And of course they could trap game, so they had plenty to eat. They wore their hair long, both the men and the women, in long black braids. And they wore feathers in their hair, of course. And the children liked to hear stories, just like children, anywhere, anytime. Sometimes the children would ask questions that their mothers didn't know the answer to. Sometimes the children would say, "Why is it snowing now? Why is it snowing today? Why is it snowing so early?" And mother, who didn't really know, would make up a story about it. And this is a story the Chippewa mothers made up for why it snows at funny times. Now, once upon a time, high up in the sky, there was Manitou, the great spirit. Manitou sat on a great cloud and looked down at earth and on his Chippewa people. He saw them in the summertime in their birch bark canoes. He saw them getting ready for the winter. He saw the women drying berries and putting the berries in tightly woven grass baskets. And he saw the men drying strips of deer and hanging it over racks to dry. Oh, yes, as he looked down, he noticed the women were putting away berries, the men were tucking away the food for winter, and the leaves on the trees were all changing color. Oh, yes, said Manito. It is about time for winter. I had better get Biboan, the winter maker, out here and have him blow the wind a bit and get some of the rest of the leaves off those trees. Biboan! He called toward Biboan's wigwam, but there wasn't a sound. He called again, Biboan, winter maker, we need some wind to blow. Come bring your mantle. Not a sound. Finally, Manito stomped over to Biboan's wigwam and pulled aside the white deer cloth that covered the opening and said, Biboan! Oh, yeah, oh, dear, oh, I'm here, Sheba, quiet, Manito is here. Yes? Biboan, said Manito, it is winter time. It's time for you to go out with your windy mantle and wave it about the sky and bring the wind to the people down below to blow the rest of the leaves off the trees. Come, hurry. You cannot sleep all the time. And it is time to put the stockings on your papoose. It is time to watch your little Shishiba, your little papoose, and make sure she does not take her stockings off, except when I say so. We cannot have it snowing just any time, and we all know that when your little papoose Shishiba shakes her stockings, it snows down on earth below. Oh, yes, Manito, right away. I'll take care of that. When Manito left, Biboan said, "Come, Shishiba, let's get in the cradle board and please, will you keep your stockings on? You know how upset Manito gets when you. Now here, will you climb into? That's it. Oh, you get heavier every year. All right." Now my windy mantle, and let's be off. So off into the sky went Biboan to walk and let his windy mantle rustle in the breeze. And down below the wind came and blew all the leaves from the trees. Winter is coming, said the Chippewa people. Biboan is walking in the sky. Thank you, Biboan, for blowing the rest of the leaves down. Now Biboan returned to his wigwam in the sky, and he let little Shishiba climb out of the cradle board. I have worked very hard today. Yes, I have. And now, Shishiba, play with the little deer bone rattles, and don't wake me up. And keep your stockings on. Biboan went sound asleep, for the wigwam fire was warm, and Biboan was tired. Little Shishiba played with the deerbone rattlers and watched Biboan, her father. And when she saw he was asleep, very slyly she reached down and pulled off her stocking and wiggled her pink toes. And then she shook her stockings. And when she did that, down on the earth below came white snow. The people were most surprised. It is very early for it to snow, they all said. Oh, what is that papoose doing up there? It is not time for it to snow. Oh, dear. Everyone hurry inside the wigwams. It is going to be a long, hard winter. When Manito saw it snow, he was angry, and he came stomping over to the wigwam of Biboan and said, Biboan, you are asleep again. Wake up. Your papoose has her stockings off. And down on earth suddenly it has begun to snow. It is not time to snow yet. Put the stockings back on Shishiba, your little papoose, and keep them on. Yes, said Biboan. Shishiba, you must keep your stockings on until Manito tells us it's time to snow. Now, I can't carry you with me every day. I have to go down to the festival tomorrow. I have to watch the people as they dance to the new moon. I can't have you in the cradle board if I'm going to do any dancing. Now, you stay here. I brought you new deer bone rattlers. And please keep your stockings on. Bibawan went out the next day with his windy blanket, and down, down he floated to earth to join the Indians, who were dancing and dancing and dancing about their fires and singing their songs to the new moon and singing about the ducks that soon would be flying overhead that they could catch for winter eating. Bibawan had a fine time, and he danced by the fire and he sang with the Indians. And then suddenly, right in the middle of the festivities, he felt something coming down. It was white. Oh, no. Oh, yes, it was. It was snow. That papoose, said Bibawan. She has taken her stockings off again. And he hurried back up into the sky and into his wigwam, and there she was, shaking, shaking, shaking her stockings. No, no, said Bibawan. Oh, Manito will be angry. They do not want snow. Oh, dear. Manito was angry, but he said, Bibawan, you cannot be watching the papoose all the time. Rainmaker, you help watch the papoose. Moon maidens, you help watch the papoose. Let us all play with Shishiba the papoose. Let us all help Bibawan. Let us all help the papoose keep her stockings on. So all the people in the sky helped to watch over the papoose so she wouldn't take her stockings off. And for the most part, they were successful. There was a little snow then and a little snow now. But some days, when suddenly there was a snowstorm that no one expected, then the mothers all nodded and said, you see, it's the papoose. She's taken off her stockings again. And that's the story that Chippewa mothers tell of why it snows. That's one story, but we know another about why it snows. Stand up and play it with me. About the old woman in the sky who's plucking her geese and plucking out the white feathers. Play it with me. Why does it snow? Why does it snow? The children are gathered around me to know. I said to my nephew, I said to my niece, it's just the old woman a-plucking her geese. With a riddle-cum-dinky-die-do, with a riddle-cum-dinky-dee. The feathers go swirling and swirling around, whirlicky-twirlicky fall to the ground. The farther they travel, the colder they grow, and when they get here, they have changed into snow. With a riddle-cum-dinky-die-do, with a riddle-cum-dinky-dee. Wonder if Henry knows that one. How about Albert and Henry? I wonder what they're doing. Let's go see.
Henry! Henry! I'm waiting!
Oh, yeah. I'm coming. Yeah, what you need me for?
What do you mean what I need you for? It's time for you to learn a little.
Oh, no, Albert, I have things to do. I'm helping Susabella with her dolly.
No, Henry. No, first we learn. First we do our work and then play.
Well, I'm not
Henry.
Oh, boy. All right, let's make it fast, huh? And easy, huh?
It's a Mother Goose rhyme. You should know them all by now.
Oh, I got news for you. I think I have a leak in my head.
Just try, will you?
All right, I'll try, but... all right.
All right. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his something on.
Pajamas, that's what, pajamas. He went to bed with his pajamas on. Yeah, all right.
Henry, no.
What do you mean, no? Hey, where did the goodies come from?
That's a little surprise for you, if you guess.
Oh, well, let's see, what could he have on? What could he have on? He could have a bathing suit?
Nope.
Why no bathing suit? Oh, heavens to Betsy, what else do you have on when you go to bed? Pajamas? Oh, a nightcap on, you know?
Nope.
Well, that's a hard one. Oh, what you have on when you go to bed? Oh, what?
Oh, come on now. You're not really thinking. I give you only one more chance.
Goodbye. I'll never guess you. Might as well go back to putting the stockings on the... I said stockings on the...
That's it.
What's that?
Well, Betsy, when he went to bed, he had on his stockings.
He did?
And his shoes, too. You know it goes, diddle, diddle, dumpling, my son John went to bed with his stockings on. One shoe on and one shoe off. Diddle, diddle, dumpling, my son John.
One shoe. And I win?
You win.
Bye.
Sound, steamy, sneaky sound. Teeth right together, doesn't it? A little Indian girl has lots of things about her that begin with s. She has skirt, and on her back she has a papoose. And she has a necklace. All sorts of steamy, snaky sounds. Let's see what else begins with the sound s, teeth together. How about soap? Begins with a s. Now let's think of a word that would end in a sound. How about horse? That's right, ends in a sound. Now there are geese. Do geese begin with a sound or end with a sound? End with a sound. Now, is there a sound at the beginning or at the end in lipstick? No, right in the middle. Lip-stick. Right in the middle. Oh, and here's a little girl. What's she doing? Sleeping. Does that begin with a sound? Yes. Sleeping. Stockings begin with a sound, don't they? A little Indian girl doesn't have stockings on. Stockings can be made of wool. Wool makes nice warm stockings, and wool comes from a sheep. The sheep all winter long grow that nice fleece, it's called. And then in the spring they're so hot and tired of carrying around that wool overcoat that they say to the farmer, "Won't you cut that off?" And the farmer says, "Indeed I will." So pretend that here is the sheep. Hold your hand like that. Here is a sheep, and this is the way the farmer cut off the wool one day. The wool was spun into thread so fine and woven into cloth for these stockings of mine. Now do it once more. Here's our sheep all woolly, and there's his head. Here is a sheep, and this is the way the farmer cut off the wool one day. The wool was spun into thread so fine and woven into cloth for these stockings of mine. Now, pictures. Let's see what surprises. That begins with a sound, same as stockings. Let's see what pictures you have. Perhaps you'll have a sound in the picture. Oh, yes, here's one. A house. House ends with a sound, doesn't it? And this was drawn for us by Eugene Onishi, who is 5 years old and lives in Seattle. There's Wunda Wunda's house, and there's Music Man. And this was drawn for us by Doug Smith, who lives in Kent. House. And here's Wunda Wunda in a dress. That ends in a steamy, snaky sounds. And this was drawn for us by Jen Mugford, who lives in Seattle and is 5. Oh, dear. Clancy says it's nap time. Let's form in a line and all go off to dreamland and dream a dream so fine. I'll go to my window and wave just to you. And when you see me wave my hand, be sure that you wave too. Wunda, Wunda is my name. Oh, boys and girls, I'm glad you came. We've had fun and played our games. Won't you come again? Sweet dreams.